Hey everybody. Well, we're still working on gaps, and the gap would be fender gaps and hood gaps. And oh, that's the 67 Chevelle. And my name's Randy Wittes. Like and subscribe. So in the last video we did these gaps. All right, got those pretty well where we want them. But I got another one for you. It's a doozy. See you in a minute. Ready, set, go. No. Whoopsie. Gonna hurt. Okay, we're back. Well, the doozy that I was talking about is, I got a, well, you may not know, but I got a new hood. I didn't go back with the fiberglass hood because I hate fiberglass, and that would have required work on it, and I'm not doing it. So, went with this. A little bit of a cowl, 2-inch cowl right there. We may cut it and make it bigger, but that's down the line. So what we're working on, since we got these gaps and we put the new hood on, we wanted to figure out where these were. I got the gap through here where I want it, 5/16 all the way across, and yeah, I pushed that forward a smidge, and same thing with the other side, so everything lines up. As you can see, we don't line up here, and it's not the Fender, it's an original Fender, which doesn't mean anything because that's not the problem. This is the problem. These fenders were damaged in through here. They were that way for a long time. I fixed them multiple times. Each time I went to paint something. It's damaged here, as you can see. And we fixed a rust patch here. And we replaced the whole bottom down there. This one I already did body work on. Shouldn't have done that. But I didn't realize I was going this far. So anyway, we got a big old chip right there. Because that door gap, as you realize, saw in the last video, was not lining up. And trying to find the, oh there it is, hole for that bolt, and thought I had a bolt in there. Obviously I do not. Anyhow, this is the gap that's not working, but actually, I mean, it's really close here and just tapers in, and you say, well, Randy, just move your fender out. Nope, can't do that. There's also some other things. When I was looking at the fender, it was like that. Okay, and that was crooked. I'm like, well, why is it like that? Well, I've been messing with it and pushing down on it and thought, well, that lines up like the other one lines up, then that gap will be almost perfect. Yeah, well, I've been pushing on it. Well, watch when I push on this, what happens back there. Lots of things. See, and this was another thing. But as we push on that, things change a lot. Not necessarily for the better. We got this down to where it's level here, just like this side is level. Now this fender's completely bolted in down at the bottom, up there, over there, over there. That's under the hood. And it'll still move. But we have these cute little brackets that go on there eventually. And that would have gone here. Okay. So you see how that would bolt in there. Nice and neat. And we went over to this one and try and see. It's not doing that. Does not fit. So this fender's really out of shape. So we did some patches in here as well. Whole bottom on that one. So we've got some work cut out, and I'm not sure exactly what to do about it. Because like I said, oh, just bend it down. Gap's good, but then that happens. So we shall see. And we had as you know, the big issue of the door gap not working right here. But I don't think that's the fender's fault. So as I ponder and mess with it, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So been looking at this little ordeal here in my hood gap, and so I put a bolt in here, the fender. See it in there, don't know if you can. Got that squared up to where it's supposed to be. It's interesting that the original metal is now even with that metal without the body filler on it and everything. So now what I have realized as I measured this door, because I figured, well, I'll just have to trim my door just like I did the other side, and you know, no big deal. Open this up. Yeah. Now it won't open. Of course. Anyway, I measured, I can't get into it right now. Measured that door skin compared to this door skin, even after trimming. 50, you probably saw it, but we're gonna try it again. I love tape measures. They're just so much fun. I mean, oh geez. Okay, 50 1/8. So I measured the other side. It's 50 1/8. So, yes, these are the things that really get to me. I'm like, okay, well, that door skin's gonna have to be the same size as that door skin. And this one measures 50 1/8. So I can't cut that off. Yeah, watch me. But there's some things I'm gonna check out first. Obviously the fender can't go forward, because then we'll end up with a big old gap right here. But I also, this door has to come up, because what else doesn't line up is this right here. And neither does that one. So it's got to come up. Because this, going by our 5/16 rule, is About 5/16. The other one is much closer. So now you get to watch me take this fender off without taking the hood off. I like to torture myself. Well, actually, I have to back up and do something first. And that's take that bolt and that bolt loose. Forgot I did a neat little trick on this one, and that shim back there is I taped it to the firewall and I was trying to pry it out. Yeah, well, you know, I gotta get this open. Whoa. You see that neat little trick? Shouldn't be happening. Oh, I know why it's happening. Never mind. The hood's pushing it out. All right, so I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go down under this way and get to that bolt over on that side. Yeah. That's easier. Somehow. Or maybe we'll try it here first. We'll try this way. That won't work because the hinge is closed. Yeah. Ta-da! Don't try that at home. Anyway, this was my tape, the tape trick here. Put that in place. Did the same thing here. Formed right there, so we're going to go with that. That's pretty good. Where are we here? Not there, that's for sure. And it's really tight. All the way down. That's fine. Put a fender on, see where we are. Kind of what I figured. That's got to come up, the hinge. I'm not that worried about that at the moment. big. What do we do? Oh, that's what we did. Move that forward. Put a screw in that already. And I think it's okay. But change nothing. Nothing. Wheel. Might be daylight. This hood latch bugging the crap out of me. This, that in. So here's our improvement right there. Isn't that great? And that end is far. If you look here, go over here. Probably an 1/8 of an inch difference, because there's the edge. Maybe it's not. Yeah, maybe it is. Well, as you can see, that can be knocked in. So there ends that for today. We've not accomplished a whole lot, and I've been fighting it for hours. Still gotta look at this, see what can be done. I mean, I've bent it, but you can see it just really distorts my fender bad. And that fender's not bolted in down there. Maybe a good thing, I don't know. Let me raise this back up. Better. Depends on how you look at it, I guess. I feel a dip right here. Probably because I'm lifting up on the hood without any springs on it. Maybe, I don't know. Or it's just made that way. Hopefully it's just made that way. Yeah, like I said, that was going to be it for today, but you do a couple more little tiny things, and then you're 3 hours later. But really, let's see, what's my bracket look like? Are you seeing that? I mean, there. Okay, maybe that goes here. That might be, I don't know which way that goes, but you get the picture. Supposed to be there. We are not down where we need to be. There's one thing that I was going to try before I tore everything apart. I don't know why this would possibly be bent. No clue. We're gonna try something. We'll put pressure on it like so. Like so. Yeah, there goes the body work. I don't care. It isn't fitting anyway. Okay, let's go back. Put you right there. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, these aren't those kind of cars where if I'd have just tapped that with that 2x4, that'd have laid it over 3 inches. So, see what I'm talking about is this goes like that. Okay, so not so bad. Look at that one over there. Still is up. As even as we're going to get there. And what I did here, kinked the fender right there, bent the shit out of it, which I figured would happen. I got some thinking to do, so shift a bit. I did want to show you something. We raised the door up, got that gap there, and now the lines line up. Not that it matters. See you in a bit. Okay, well, I didn't walk away. I gave it one last blow, basically. I jammed down this as hard as I could with all my weight, 198 pounds. That still didn't do much. Got the big old hammer and just wailed the hell out of it. Now, as you can see, I have a gap. This still isn't straight. I don't know. I'm pretty level right there. Could try one little thing. When in doubt, hammer it out. That didn't help. See that, didn't you? Crush the hell out of that. Don't know why that just looks that way. It should not. Well, we did make progress. So now I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, well, back, and we took a break, did that bracket on the radiator support down there, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't a radiator support problem as far as a problem with this fender. Now, right now you see my gaps within reasons. It's straight. This is straight. Somewhat, until I put that back in where it belongs. And you see that's 3/4 of an inch overlap. It's the only way I could get this gap. And I'll show you. Let me pop this back in. Goes right in, see? Caused a lot of issues. And then we turn out like this. Barely any gap. This is tilted up this way. I didn't put the little bracket down there to make sure that was where it's supposed to be. That's pretty close. But our problem is right back there. Pop that out. Fix that down. And voila, things look much better. So what is wrong here? I don't know. Other than radiator support would be too low. But it's not. And I want to say why, because brand new bushings, We fixed this bracket. That was nothing wrong with that bracket. And this fender, recall we got that gap. I got a little bit of touch up down there. But it fits. Everything fits. Everything lines up. You know, it's not humped up. That I can work on. This one just fights me. And back in the day, quite a long time ago, I put a body patch in, which should have been like this, because they rust out right here. And there's a bracket that runs up like so, and that's where they rust out. So I put it in, and I kept this edge so I could get it lined up where it needed to be. I'm beginning to think, oh, see this, that's why the fender wasn't acting right, is because that wasn't out like it's supposed to be. So essentially I didn't, well I did mess with this right here, but it wouldn't be off that much. So it's a fight, and I'm still fighting, and I'm getting ready to scrap that old original fender, find another original equipment fender or something. I really don't want to go aftermarket because I'm going to probably be fighting the same problem. So we're going to leave it at that for the moment, because that's holding me up a lot from moving on to quarter panels. But I'll see you in a minute. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I think I'm deciding I'm going to end this video because it basically was making door gaps. We did that. I'm not gonna, you know, make a whole 4-hour long video of making that gap. You get the idea. That fender, that's a whole nother video. So like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.